It was OSU got out-coached, outplayed.
Lucas Raymond is also from Sweden, so he's an 8-time goal scorer for one of those 2 games they have in Sweden. So I don't know which one it is, but it's going to be one of the 2. So lock
This
that.
doesn't make any sense. I was pissed. Fumble recovery happened. I'm going to be honest, I turned off the game. Like, check back in. That was a fine.
D-backs here, baby. Come on.
Walking up to the table blind. I'm betting fucking blind. Welcome back to a Sharps Sports Network, episode number 18, I believe. The boys are back. 3 out of the 4 boys are here because it's Valentine's Day. Things are going on. So first things first, happy Valentine's Day. So the Wanderer, he's doing fatherly and
Bro, your mic just broke. Something just broke. Did your headphone just fall out of your ear? Because I cannot hear you anymore. Where's your right headphone?
Oh, it doesn't matter. I got my left one.
Bro, it's not working.
what the fuck? Am I back?
Yes.
All right, perfect.
But when it fell out of your ear, that was the one that had the microphone, and we just heard it crash onto the ground in our ears.
So what I was saying is that Jesse's being a good father, he's being a good boyfriend, he's doing Valentine's Day things. So you got 3 out of the 4 fellas with you here today. But that's really, not the most important thing, because the most important thing is the fact that there was a Super Bowl that was played. So, should we just get into it?
Yeah. I mean, I guess so. Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl. One of these 2 teams had to, and, well, lo and behold, it was Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. So let's get into what really matters, which is not the game at all. The game doesn't matter. What matters are all the prop bets that we bet on. So, Dylan, what are you doing? All right.
I didn't bet on
First
it.
up,
wait, I did.
We had the length of the anthem went over 87.5 seconds. I call bullshit because Reba decided that the word brave needed to be sung twice.
No,
she could have ended that song, but no. She said, let me sing brave one more time.
Reba's dumb ass literally fucking posted on Twitter after she sang the national anthem. Shout out to my buddy for betting on the over. I always come through for him. And everyone was like, fuck you, Reba. It was always going to be the over because your buddy bet on it.
Oh, my God.
So I don't know if you saw that, but yeah, that's why it went over.
That should be illegal.
I thought that was illegal.
No, I don't know if it was a joke or I don't know if it was a joke because the over hit and he bet on it, but she posted and was like, I'm always willing to come through for my bestie or whatever. I'm going to go to the post and see if it's on Twitter.
That's why football, professional athletes
sports.
cannot bet on their own sport.
Well, fighters can bet on themselves. I guess, is this just a gray area?
It's a great. Oh, the post is now no longer on her Twitter account. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Reba and her friend are getting investigated.
It's now just the getting ready for the. It's not just the getting ready for the Super Bowl and then the what an honor post.
Oh my God.
It was in between the 2.
Well, we know exactly what happened there. That is not allowed. But the over cashes.
Yes, that's why
everyone else that didn't collude with Reba, because we're not famous, we can't talk to her, and everyone else that had the over, you get to keep your money. Next up, during the anthem, will a coach or player cry? The answer: yes. Let it be.
God damn it, Chris.
What was it? Chris Jones. Yep.
Your Twitter handle is Stone Cold Chris Jones. Jesus Christ.
Well, you know what, man? Super Bowl makes you emotional, all right? Super Bowl just gets the gears going. So, yes, we did have a player cry. Coin toss. Heads.
Heads will never leave you dead.
It needed to be heads, honestly.
I'll try again next year.
Do you know what left the 49ers dead? Tails in overtime.
Tails. Well, actually, they won. And then they just made the wrong decision. But
that's what I'm saying. We'll they gave them the choice, and then they didn't win.
They fumbled the whole thing. Yeah. We'll get to that. How many times will Taylor Swift be shown? Over 5. That was we should have known that was always going to go.
Blasphemy
Do you
that
want-
this was set at 5.
We set it at 9. And do you know what the total was? Do you remember what it was, Ty?
I mean, we weren't watching CBS broadcast, so probably not going to be
Yeah,
accurate.
I will say it was the Nickelodeon broadcast. But 24 was the amount of times that Taylor Swift was shown. And then
But see,
somebody-
like that's the difference. Like we can't really compare that to.
And then
what
somebody on
we know it
ESPN
actually was.
tweeted something. First off, the fact that somebody from ESPN took the time to do this is extremely sad. But they put out a post today that said that Taylor Swift was shown for exactly 1 minute total in time. Like, put all the times they showed her together throughout the game. She was shown for 1 minute of the football game.
The fact that they have to do that is the embarrassing part.
So maybe she was
Like,
obligated.
look, guys, we only showed her for
and she got
58
60
seconds. We just showed we showed her for 58 total seconds, but we only showed her for like 4 seconds at a time. So we showed her to you like 12 times, but it was only for a total of a minute. It's like, okay, but 12.
I
is
will
still-
say, even though we were watching the Nickelodeon broadcast, people said that this hit at halftime. On
It
Twitter.
did. Yeah, it did.
So
But
Even
then you
the
got to
CBS
break
broadcast,
down what
they knew
like,
the
did
agenda.
Did the tweet or did the bet prop specifically say on that network, or like was it just overall?
Well, either what I'm saying
It
is,
had- it
Luke,
had to
is
be,
both
like, the
networks it
official
hit
CBS broadcast.
before halftime on both networks. That's what I'm saying. So it doesn't matter if you did on CBS or Nickelodeon.
But
They
the
both hit.
Nickelodeon made a huge difference because Nickelodeon decided to do like a fucking heart cam and like continuously.
Yeah, they
show Taylor
did. When they would get
Swift.
into the red zone, they would put her in the corner in the top right.
They're like,
Yeah.
kids love this. Give her more.
A lot
but-
of kids are like, "Who's this weird woman watching football with me right now, Mom?"
Why do they keep
I
showing
don't know
this
who she
woman?
is. Right?
Taylor Swift is before them.
100%.
All right, first touchdown scorer, Christian McCaffrey, Michael Jordan, odd number, 23. Next up, the game total. Under 47.5 ends up hitting because there's no extra point in overtime. So the total ends up exactly at 47 with the final score 25-22. If they could only kick extra points in overtime, we would have hit that over, but goes under.
Great job by Vegas. Sometimes they get it right.
Right?
They got it right
NFL script.
Shout out to them. In Vegas. You know, that's kind of rare.
How does it go this
They would just
close?
get it
Like,
that right.
Well,
Wow.
because you absolutely fooled as a defense after shutting Mahomes down all game and let him push down the field for one final drive to tie the game.
No, that motherfucker got his extra point blocked.
bro, you know what the
There's
craziest
your
thing
point.
is, dude?
There's your
Craziest thing? San Francisco today fired their defensive coordinator, who literally only let up one touchdown in the Super Bowl. One touchdown. And they fired his ass.
Both defenses, they were doing what they
Oh,
had to do.
by the way, it was one touchdown to the greatest quarterback in the NFL right now. One touchdown in the Super Bowl, and he gets fired.
Not a problem.
And that was
bro, that's
literally
the point. If you're
because
a Niner
they muffed
fan,
a
you know
punt, dude. They muffed a punt, and that's the only reason they were in that red zone anyways. Like, that's insane.
that. If I'm a Niner fan, the second I miss that extra point, I know if any fuckery happens, this is why we're losing. I just feel that, and I could be wrong. This is my opinion.
Bro, that
would
moment,
just be me.
that moment for 49ers fans was the same as the Vildor off his face mask Brandon Ayuk catch for the Lions fans. When you saw that, you were like, yeah, everything else is going to go wrong, and we're going to lose. If this is where the momentum is, we're losing. And I feel
Yeah.
like that's exactly what they experienced.
Let's keep going.
All right.
I'm just eager to talk about the game.
Last thing is the game itself. The Super Bowl. Chiefs were +2 on the spread, ended up covering and hitting on the money line, winning the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes gets his second Super Bowl in a row, 25-22. Analysis, Dylan.
Greatness. People hate greatness, but I will say at the end of the day, this game went exactly how I expected it to go. It became a defensive battle, which means that all you were going to have is Patrick Mahomes and a 2-minute opportunity.
Are
And
you
that's
reading
exactly
this
what
off
they
your phone?
gave him. No,
No.
top of my head. That's
You
exactly
were-
what
you
they
were looking
gave
at
them.
that.
And that's exactly what they gave them, not once, but twice. Once in regular time, another time in overtime. So we'll start with the actual game. I think first half went exactly how 49ers fans were saying that it was going to go. They're not going to be able to do anything because our defense is going to stifle them. Okay, well, what about the Chiefs defense? They're good too, but all we have to do is put up 7 points and we get the first touchdown and we'll continue to grow that lead. Okay? Problem. Kyle Shanahan has also blown the largest lead in Super Bowl history, the second largest lead in Super Bowl history, and now the third largest lead in Super Bowl history. So when you have that as your head coach going into halftime, you can never really feel safe. Now, were there some other things that happened outside of the 49ers that they couldn't necessarily control that were freak accidents? Yes, I can name two things for you. The muff punt and the Dre Greenlaw injury. Both happened in like 5 minutes. And, you know, those things are going to happen.
Greenlaw injury was crazy, dude. He just ran on the field.
He was just too fired up, bro. He was too juiced. And he hurt himself.
Tore his ACL,
sucks.
bro. He tore his ACL.
100%. And
just getting juiced. Oh, my God.
With the things that were going wrong against them,
I got a
they
question.
still held them.
Yes.
Would you rather have your team have a lot of success for a long time, but not win the Super Bowl, or go through what you went through for all this time with the Lions and win one Super Bowl?
I would have been okay if we won the Super Bowl this year and then we're not relevant for the next 20 years again. That'd have been cool.
Yes, I agree.
Over being good for the next 10 years and continuing to lose.
We never reach our goal. So what I want to be the Dallas
becomes
Cowboys?
Us,
no thanks.
If this becomes us, Luke, this is just pain and suffering. There's no this isn't fun.
Hey Tyler,
because then I'm spending so much freaking money on the Lions, like new gear every year because I'm hype, and every year you get NFC Championship loss, Super Bowl loss, NFC Championship loss, take a 6-year break, Super Bowl loss, NFC Championship, Super Bowl loss. Like that is so much pain. Just give me one, and then we can go away for a while. I'd be cool with that. I'll take that.
Asking, would you rather be a Cowboys fan? And I would say no, thank you.
Hell no. What about you, Luke?
But anyway, so back to the game.
Luke has to answer the question.
Wait.
I don't know. Luke needs to answer.
I didn't even break down the rest of the game.
I just want to know, man. Everyone watched the game, Dylan. People know what happened.
I'd probably take
but
the
they don't
bowl.
know what we think.
What do you think?
I think that this motherfucker Kyle Shanahan is a dumbass. How do you go into overtime with the overtime rules being what they are when you can control your own destiny and you start on offense against the best quarterback in the league? When after the game, Andy Reid and the Chiefs said, even if it would have been reversed, the Chiefs were going to go for 2 to win it anyway? What? You win the coin toss, and I've been seeing compilation videos of Niner fans going, yes, no, immediately after. Because there's no good reason why you would start that fucking overtime with the football. Control your destiny. I don't understand that. And then you go down, you get a field goal.
Dylan, it's very easy to understand. It's very easy to understand. They don't know the rules. And when you don't know the rules, you're going to make bad decisions because
which is crazy.
Kyle Juszczyk comes out and says, yeah, we didn't know that in overtime, blah, blah, blah. And another player comes out and says, yeah, we had no idea. Kyle Shanahan, we were – we wanted the ball.
Maybe Kyle Juszczyk's
wife
should have put it on the back of one of her jackets.
There's your answer, Dylan.
On the back of one of your custom jackets. How about that, Juszczyk's wife? Do that.
I'm just saying. You're ranting about a question that you know the answer to. They all said they don't know the overtime rules. The Chiefs have been playing in overtime games for the last 3 years. High-profile overtime games. You think they didn't study the overtime rule book after these games,
for the biggest game, and nobody thought, what if the game goes into overtime?
No, nobody did. I'm literally telling you that. They already told us.
I know.
That.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Tyler. I'm saying it's
you're in disbelief. I know
that these motherfuckers are getting paid as much as they are, and they don't know the rules of the game.
Well, they do change them every year.
No, this has been changed one time. It was always one rule: score first, and if it's a touchdown, you win the game. And if they score a field goal,
I mean the rules
chance.
Of the NFL. They change the rules every year. There's always new rules and tweaks.
Yes, but overtime, it's one team gets the ball, the other team gets a chance. Did they not watch college? No one could have went, hey.
College and the NFL are not the same.
Gotcha.
They're not the same.
There's a lot of different rules.
They're not the same at all.
Where you score first and then the other team gets a rebuttal? I'm not talking start on the 2-yard line. I'm talking the rules.
I was going to say, where's the 2-point conversion
plays? The other gets it. Not marker, because I don't think he's going to go, we start at the 2? They're not that stupid. Or maybe they are, because they don't even know the fucking rules. God, bro.
Bro, why are you so mad about it?
Because how the fuck are you going to go to the Super Bowl?
Okay, you took the Chiefs' money line. The Chiefs won. Yet
I am
you
a
are
sports
so
fan.
pissed that the 49ers fucked up and lost the Super Bowl.
I'm
so
insulted as
confused,
a
Dylan.
sports fan. It pisses me off as a sports fan. It's a big fuck you to us. Hey,
Or
the
that
game that
he needed
we
an
don't know what the
excuse
fuck's going
to
on.
lose the game.
We don't know what we're doing. And I'm supposed to sit here as a sports fan and be like, good shit. We love that. What are you doing? That's what I want to do. I want to.
Bro, stop screaming. You're maxing out your volume on your microphone.
I guess we'll all just be
Hurting
happy
my
and okay with the
ears.
fact that professional athletes don't know what they're doing in the biggest game of their lives.
Bro,
What? And they're millionaires and I'm
it's
not.
It's all on Kyle Shanahan, Dylan.
It's on every single one of the coaches who didn't bother to explain the rules of overtime in the biggest game of your life. Blasphemy to me. I can't physically comprehend how
Dylan,
an
I didn't
entire
want either
coaching
team to
staff
win.
can let that happen.
Look, I can't either, but I don't get paid a bunch of money to know the rules.
I mean, to be fair, didn't they just change the rule last year? And then I don't think anyone went into overtime in the playoffs last
2
year.
years ago. Because
changed-
3 years
changed
ago
it
was
after
the
the
Buffalo Kansas City
controversy,
game, and that was
but
the
then
year
there was
after that.
there was no other overtime game after the rule was changed. So
No,
this was
not
the first
one that I
time
can
that-
think of. Oh
this
yeah,
was
there
the
was.
first-
Wasn't there one with the Rams and the Bucks? Or am I tripping?
You're tripping, I think. I don't think the Rams and Bucks went into overtime.
Oh no, that was a game-winning field goal. Game-winning field goal by the Rams.
So yeah, this was the first time the rule was actually implemented. So that,
Which would
could
mean
go
you had
into it.
more prep,
but
right?
everyone talked about it for a year, and then 2 years went by, no one talked about it, and then boom, here it is, live action Super Bowl, high pressure. Hopefully you
wish they
remember
would have
everything you were
said-
taught,
Oh my god!
even though no
You know
one's
what I
talked about it
mean?
for 2.5 years. Like, it might slip your memory. Could.
I almost wish they would
Not
have said.
that I want to be sitting here defending the 49ers, but
No, I can't even give this any more fucking. No.
I think we've given it too much time already.
I have, and I'm mad at myself for giving it as much time as I fucking have. Fuck,
Well,
man.
There's another thing that comes with this year's Super Bowl. So I hate when we
Yeah, the
have to do these
Nickelodeon
things.
valuable player. Shout out Mahomes.
No, that's not where this is going at all. It's taking a solid left.
They were gonna talk about the halftime show.
The Chiefs decided had their Super Bowl parade today on Valentine's Day, and the end of today's Super Bowl parade, tragedy strikes. At least one person confirmed dead, 10 to 15 others injured in an ongoing investigation downtown Kansas City, where there were multiple shots fired downtown. Absolutely just horrible. This is not anything that you ever expect to see, and a celebration, a citywide celebration. The last thing that should ever be anywhere near a citywide celebration is violence, let alone gun violence. I mean, you'd think this is the day where like everybody just comes together and says fuck everything that's bullshit, put that aside, and let's just have a day to celebrate, because there's thousands, 100,000 people in the streets. Like, let's all get along today. But prayers out to anyone that's going through
and what's
anything in Kansas City, because this is just not what you want.
What's not like sad about it, but more like I'm fucking pissed off and I want to punch someone, is they revealed that there's 12 victims, 9 gunshot wounds, and that 11 are children. So I know none of these fucking children were causing you harm where your life was in fucking danger. And I know none of these children could have done anything that you felt the need to shoot them out of fear or whatever instinct. 11 kids? The fuck are we doing, bro? Like, actually, like, okay, first off, I understand. You're a sick, fucked up man. You see all these people together and you have a plan of attack. And I said, so far the authorities have 3 guys. 3 guys are currently in custody. So once you see the kids, it makes me mad, because then it goes, oh, this wasn't a planned attack on anyone. It was just a shoot whatever's fucking moving. Because most of them, and all but one, were kids, and one is reportedly passed away, and they're all currently at a children's mercy hospital. Like, and you got the quarterback of your Super Bowl team who hours before was singing karaoke with his tight end in front of thousands of people, hammered, has to go onto social media and put prayers for my city? It's fucked up. But I will say one thing that is a positive in this. Shout out to the Kansas City fan who ran down, tackled the gunman, as then they showed a video panning over to the police who were just standing there looking around trying to find him. Oh, where's he at? As the fan is taken off running, tackles him, and holds him to the ground for over 2 minutes before the police can get him. Shout out to that man because he saved a lot of people by doing that.
Yeah, there's a couple people that tackled him, but yeah.
Kids is
Well said.
ridiculous. There's no need for that.
Luke, anything?
Just let people be happy, man.
Don't worry.
Don't sing Bob Marley because you're gonna
Some
make me
people-
mad because I want to see that
Some
movie.
people just want
Well,
to
it's
watch
coming,
the world
Dylan.
burn.
It's coming. That movie's coming. So are some picks. Football's over. We got to deal with it. Let's try to deal with it by picking some winners in some other sports, eh? What else are we going to do?
Yo, some booty cheeks.
I
Yo,
don't like
City
the way the
Chiefs.
flow of these basketball picks are going. Because back-to-back games, it is going to be split 2-2.
You know, I'm gonna take John and them boys.
Fuck Dylan for taking my pick because I was going to take the Bulls because now, give me the Nets.
Fuck me, we all said the Bulls.
You started it.
Well, I didn't say that.
I
You
was
said they
saying
weren't gonna
under my
ride.
breath, take the Nets, take the Nets, take the Nets. I want the Bulls. Give me the Bulls. And you took the Bulls. So I'm like, fuck this fucking guy. Who does this guy think he is?
Okay, downtown cash picks. Let's get right on into it. We got games today, games tomorrow, and then we are off for the All-Star break. So I got 2 games tonight and I got 1 game tomorrow. Starting with at 9 o'clock, we got the Sacramento Kings going to Denver to take on the Nuggets. Nuggets are favored -5.5 at home, over under 229.
Man.
I do want to
don't
mention
like
that these teams. I do want to mention that these two did play a week ago, and Sacramento won by 20.
That's crazy. That ain't gonna happen again. Something was wrong. I don't know what it was, but something must have been out of place in that game. Give me Denver to answer. Give me Denver on the spread.
Denver -5.5. Okay, Luke,
Denver.
-5.5.
Yes.
All right. Yeah,
Bang.
sure.
What is it? A 500?
All right. I was going to take the Kings +5.5, but for some reason there's a voice in the back of my head screaming, "Take the money line," and I'm gonna listen to that voice. So I'm gonna take Kings money line.
Okay.
Game number 2, 10 o'clock on ESPN. We got the Clippers going to Golden State to take on the Warriors. Warriors are favored -3 because they only play somewhat decent basketball when they are at home.
Look, man, the Clippers have been an absolute wagon. I'm going to take the Clippers with the 3 points.
Clippers +3 is a very smart play. That's actually going to be my play, is Clippers +3.
Who's home?
Golden State. That's why they're favored. And Steve Kerr is eyeing his 500th career coaching win.
And they
Yeah.
win it.
Give me the Clippers.
All right. Game number 3. Actually, you know what? We're just going to keep it all today because all the games tomorrow are going to be fucking blowouts. So, 9 o'clock, we got the Utah Jazz playing host to the Los Angeles Lakers. Utah is favored -5.5 points against the Lakers. because LeBron isn't playing.
LeBron
but AD and the rest of the crew.
They're on back to back. That's probably why he's taking.
Yeah, but AD and the rest
day.
of the crew are playing.
What's the over under?
240.5.
240. Give me the under.
And a half.
Give me the under.
Beautiful. Okay. I'm gonna take Lakers plus 5.5. No surprise there.
Nope.
Luke?
Not even a little bit.
Said it was the Lakers and the who?
And the Jazz.
Give me the Jazz.
Feeling jazzy.
Love it.
And those are Downtown Cash Picks. I wish I had jazz. Okay. Oh, isn't this a treat? In between picks, I got a little bit of MLB news for you. So, there's a couple things in the world of baseball that I feel like should be talked about, but I do want to get the main thing that I know Tyler cares about out of the way. So, MLB revealed their City Connect uniforms for 2024, and these are the 9 teams that will be getting uniforms. Guardians, Tigers, Dodgers, Phillies, Mets, Twins, Cardinals, Rays, Blue Jays. The Blue Jays, the Dodgers, and the Phillies and the Rays are all getting their second jersey, while the Guardians, the Tigers, the Twins, and the Cardinals are all getting their first jersey. And I know that there has already been some ideas, some rendering, some proposals for what these new City Connect jerseys might be in Detroit. And we were talking about a little bit before the podcast, but I'll bring Tyler and Luke back in here and just say, personal preference, which one would you like to see us wear next year for our City Connects?
Man, personal preference, I immediately lean top right. Top right is so hard, but, you know, because it's my favorite, there's obviously the one that they're not going to pick. So my realistic selection, bottom right.
I have this one as well.
That's bottom left.
God damn it. Well, I have this one.
For sure.
Luke?
Either top right or bottom left.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
hope,
thinking.
man.
If they want to go current.
They're so Detroit, they're going to end up doing the bottom right.
But like, I find like that's so stupid though. Why don't they just do them across the whole league? It makes no sense.
I don't. I think it's
Whose decision is this?
Because Nike pairs up with like a certain amount of teams per year, so like that's the sponsorship, and then on your jerseys and all that. But
well, Nike's making new jerseys across the board.
I
for
was
the whole
just
MLB.
about to bring that
People
up.
are bitching about
Nike's
that.
making new jerseys for everybody. Then I agree with Luke. Why wouldn't everyone just get a Connect?
Because that's
But
usually
now
how it
everyone
goes.
will.
That's usually how it goes at like the MLB, the NHL, the NFL. Usually it's not like college. Like once a company is given the right to make the jerseys, they're in charge of every team's jerseys, and then they're supposed to make jerseys for every single team. Not like, let's just take a couple here. Let's give some guys more than others. Like that's so lazy. And only 9 teams.
100%.
How many?
Well, here's the thing, Luke. I think
how many teams
that
are there in MLB? I don't know off the top of my head exactly.
30.
9 out of 30 teams get a special jersey. That's fucking pathetic.
Well, if it makes you feel better, 30 out of 30 teams currently have a City Connect jersey. Because they came out 3 years ago. They did 9 teams. They did 9 more teams. They did 9 more teams. And then, this is the 4th year. My bad. So 9, 18, 27, 36.
That's still pathetic.
No, it is because, there are teams that have the same City Connect for 3 years now, which is like, what are we doing?
It's like, dude, figure it out. If you're going to do one every year, do one for every team. Like, are you that lazy?
No,
like,
I agree. The NBA does it right. Every year, they say, hey, here's your City Connect.
And from what I've heard, oh wait, no, those might not be the City Connects. It might be different ones, unless I'm thinking of the same one. I thought they were called something else that Nike was coming out with, and I heard the feedback on them was not good.
This is what you're talking about.
Yes.
Yes,
The
players are
Nike
gonna saw.
Vapor Premier Elite on the left side of the screen there is what is the new 2024 proposal from Nike. And on the right side is the Vapor Premier Limited, which was last year's jersey. So basically what you can see from immediately looking at both jerseys is the new one has more blank space. Smaller logo, smaller shoulder. Why?
Well,
And
the
I could
biggest
be
thing that
wrong,
I've
but I
seen
heard
is the high school
Luke.
jerseys. Sorry, Luke. That's all I had to say.
the one of the I don't know if it's true or not exactly. I didn't do too much research, but I heard that they are like iron pressing the stuff on. They're not going
heard
with any
that.
stitching.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's the biggest complaint.
No
that people are saying
stitching.
these are
Yeah.
like high school jerseys. You're not stitching. You're just like, hey, mom, can you sew the logo on for the jerseys for the team?
Bro,
Yep, that's what it is.
My high school hockey team put in more effort into their jerseys.
And that is the biggest complaint, is everyone's going, okay, so we're taking a game that in the sports world is known as America's sport, the most traditional game, the most, the stitching and the thing, and the beautiful, and it's so pure, and let's make it a little more childish. What? Like, whose idea was that?
I can't
This
fully
is-
blame them. I can't fully blame them because the whole traditional crowd, whatever, that's been killing baseball for the last 20 years.
I don't
Absolutely
care
killing it.
about-
That's why they have no money. That's why they're down in views and stuff. Like they had to switch all these things that they've been switching to get people to watch
For the
baseball.
game, yeah.
This might be a step in
this-
the wrong direction, but this is
Thank
why
you.
they keep changing stuff. Like they keep changing stuff to try to see what works and what doesn't. This, in my mind, utter failure.
It is,
Yeah.
absolutely. This has nothing to do with the old crowd or anything. This is a pathetic, lazy attempt at making a jersey. So it's like, oh, look at us. They look so cool. No, it does not.
It's more
This isn't roller hockey. You don't steam press shit on a jersey and just call it that. You don't just have everything on there. You have stitches. You have things that look really fucking good, and you don't be lazy as fuck with the jersey.
Which is exactly
they
why
already
we won't get the
fucked
top
up.
right jersey
Like
and we won't get the bottom left jersey because the bottom right jersey can be stitched. And that's what
Oh.
Detroit would want to do.
All of my favorite jerseys in sports all have stitches. There's a reason for that because
100%.
the stitching makes it look good. Not
Yes.
this like okay, I like this Detroit, Michigan, or it's over here. Oopsies. This Detroit, Michigan, like the Red Wings and Michigan combo jersey because they were doing it for a lot of colleges in Michigan where they had a special night for it and they'd give you jerseys and it has the Michigan symbol on one end and the other one. And but like, dude, I keep looking at the wrong way. Okay. There's no stitching. It's all steam press.
Yep.
I mean, they could have I get you're mass producing it, giving it away for free. Okay. You're not going to go that hard of an effort, but this is the same quality that the MLB's getting for their jerseys.
And that was given to you for free. So, I mean,
Yes.
there's levels to this, guys. Like, at least try.
Yeah.
Like, I understand if you're going to sell those Premier Elite jerseys on the MLB site and sell those to the public, that's one thing. But having those be what the players wear, like jersey that some people are wearing to the stadium that's hand stitched and whatever is more expensive than the jerseys that the actual players are going to be wearing in the field. Like that
Like, that's
doesn't
what-
seem right to me.
That's
The
literally a jersey
MLB
you
is so.
buy from, like,
I'm sorry. I gotta change it a little bit because the MLB is so good at. Like, I'll give you a little, and then I'll also take a little back because they dropped their spring training hats, and they're like, "We're doing a whole new thing this year, brand new hats for every fucking team." And everybody's freaking out about them. And actually, the Tigers are the #2 selling spring training hat right now, which is kind of crazy. But everyone was freaking out. Thank you, MLB. Something new. We love the hats. They're amazing. And the very next day, they do the jerseys. And we're like, motherfuckers. So I don't know why they'd love to do this. We'll give
That's
you a little,
literally-
but then we're also going to take a little.
the jerseys.
Okay,
they're
yeah,
getting
I
are
see. Is that what
literally-
you're talking about?
Yeah. People love that.
Yeah, these are
They're
sick.
cool. Huh? Yeah, brand new spring training
is
hat.
sick.
And then they
How
do
do
the
they put
uniform
more?
size.
How do they put more effort and quality in the hats than the jerseys that the actual players are going to wear? This is their jerseys
Right?
they're about to be wearing. Is literally jerseys you get from like Wish.com or some other off-brand
Right.
site that you don't want to spend a boatload of money or a couple hundred, like just over 100 or a couple hundred on an actual authentic jersey because you either
Like-
don't have
like-
the money or you're cheap.
You see this?
Yeah.
Stitched.
Look at Luke's D-back
The
hat.
hats are stitched.
That D-bat hat goes crazy.
Like, are you kidding me?
That hat goes crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
That goes tough
That's
as
kind
fuck.
of hard. I might need one of those hats. I'm not gonna cap.
So I don't know why.
I'm
they
a
did
sucker
this,
for cool hats for teams I really
Yeah.
don't care about.
and you know I'm a sucker
I
for teal,
might
so
need
they
one
already
of
got
those.
my ass.
Yeah, says the guy wearing teal.
That's what I'm saying. I saw this and I was like, "Fuck, man."
That's one thing
Oh,
I've
man.
Real
never.
quickly.
We're
That's
basically
one
on a
thing
teal
I've
podcast.
never I've never understood that about the Diamondbacks. Where does the teal come from?
It's
in
just
their
like that
colors?
fifth color.
Like it, I feel like
Like they
it's
just
so
fished it out of like the
nowhere.
water somewhere. Like they were in like in Arizona, like in a cave somewhere, and someone found a gem, and they were like, "Oh my god, look at it! It's like green and shit." And they were like, "We got to put that in our colors, man.
Like,
We need some green.
No sense to me. Like I
Like, it's
like
black,
it.
red, and gold, and then here's a little bit of emerald green."
Oh, you're gonna love this,
Okay.
Luke. You're gonna love this. So the reason why the Diamondbacks wore teal is because they did a contest for fans if they wanted to design new jerseys. A fan from Grand Canyon
my
State
God.
University designed the teal jerseys, and the owner decided to use them for the 2017-2018 season. And they have now become a regular staple in the Arizona Diamondbacks.
But
A
why?
fan said, "I have an idea," and they said, "Oh, we'll take it."
Well, now we gotta find this fan. We gotta talk to him. Why
From
teal?
Grand Canyon State.
Like why teal?
Was just his favorite color or something?
You don't see a lot
He
of
just
teal.
designed them with some teal in them, and they were like, "These are sick as fuck."
Can't lie, it hit, but like,
You don't see a lot of teal in the desert.
yeah, I still don't understand it.
Makes no
Yeah,
sense.
okay. Quickly, we got two more things for the world of baseball. Two trades, one being more important than the other.
Start
God,
with
I
the less
lost the first
important
one. Less important one first. Gary Sanchez from the Padres has been traded over to the Milwaukee Brewers. The catcher that at one time was an all-star on the Yankees is now hitting that point in his career where he's going to bounce from team to team. He's going to give you 15 homers a year, and that's about it. Now let's get to the one that matters. The big power bat in Miami, Jorge Soler, has signed a 3-year deal with the San Francisco Giants. Huge slugger who averages about 25 to 28 homers per year, over 70 RBIs last year, has left Miami to join the Giants. And yeah, a lot of bombs coming the McCovey Cove's way. I know this one stinks, Ty. I'm sorry.
Here I was ready to hit the applause button. You just dropped a bomb on me like that, man.
But last
I got
thing
nothing
in the
to
world,
say.
last thing in the world of baseball is if you have an owner in the world of sports and you think he hates you, just remember it could be worse. You could have the A's owner because that man continues to fuck with his fan base. He says, "You know what?
Damn.
I don't want to move. I don't want to sell the team. I don't want to do anything. I'm going to do whatever they make me do because I'm a stubborn piece of shit. And on top of our 10-win baseball team, next year, I'm going to make the play-by-play announcer the first female play-by-play announcer ever in the MLB." So, her name is Jenny Kavanar. She has been named the A's primary play-by-play announcer. And as you can imagine, the baseball community reacted, as you would expect them to react to this. So I don't want to get canceled. So I'm going to keep this very, very, what I can say. If I'm watching the Oakland A's and I have a baseball team that has nobody on the team that I'm excited to watch, the atmosphere sucks. The stadium's bad. The fans don't show up. She is going to be what keeps me on the broadcast and watching and listening to the game.
She could. I'm going to be honest. It has nothing to do with gender. It's if you're good or not. In the NHL, there are a couple good female announcers and everything, but then you have Leah Hextall, who fucking sucks.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
a lot of
Hextall.
fucking guy announcers.
I was
that
about to
fucking
bring her
suck.
up, man.
Yeah. Well, here's the problem, Luke. Not everybody can be Doris Burke.
Okay, but you never know unless
I agree.
until
And
it's
I
tried
know
out.
that people are going to give her hate just because she's the first woman to do anything in the sports world, and all 6 Oakland fans are like, "Arr." I get that, okay?
That was a crazy motion. Anywho,
But still, all
What are they
7
doing,
or
Dylan?
8 Oakland
What are
fans
the
are mad.
Oakland fans doing?
They're all angry. All 6 of them. All 6 of them are fucking angry, okay?
You'd never dare do that motion again.
I don't even think there's 6 of them, actually. I think there's 4. So I'm being way too
deflecting.
generous with them. Oh, I mean, well, if it goes any way how the 76ers went with their play-by-play announcer trying it out for the first time, good luck, Ace fans. Because I hope it doesn't go like that.
Look, Ace fans, let me help you out real quick. You just download the Odyssey app, and then you can just stream your radio broadcast into your TV. And
That's what every team should do. Radio
You never have to
broadcast,
listen to her talk.
TV broadcast. Unless you're
Look,
the
Dylan,
Charlotte Hornets.
I feel like not everyone in the world is as blessed as Detroit is with their radio play-by-play guys. So I don't know if everyone would wish that for themselves, but I mean, at least here we do.
I think it's rare to have
Give me
a
Dan
better
Miller
TV play-by-play than a
Ken
radio
Cal doing
play-by-play.
every radio play-by-play for every Detroit sports event. I don't care what sport it is. Ken Cal in the booth.
Yeah, the only TV announcer that I think has like made it like that right now is the Hornets announcer. Because you see his ass every fucking week in the news screaming things
I'm
crazy.
Diddly Dang!
Exactly. So
Precisely.
All right.
We love him.
that's MLB. That's news. Let's get it.
wait, one more thing. You're probably going to be catching me in Arizona halfway through the month of May
Oh,
because the Tigers are playing
Okay.
the D-backs. And sadly, they're not playing here this year. So
When?
it looks like I'm going to have to go to the desert.
When are they playing?
17th through the 19th.
Oh, so you're trying to hit the 18th game? The game on Saturday?
I just might.
There may or may not be some discussions. That might be fun.
First time at Chase Field. I'm going to love it.
What time? Oh, is there game time for Saturday already? Give me a late Saturday game.
There actually is 8:10.
Oh my God, we're going. You fly out Friday night.
Well, that's Eastern, so
Sleep
that's
in
probably-
Saturday.
That's gonna be like a couple hours. That's probably gonna be like 6.
Oh yeah, we're straight.
what the hell
All right,
is this?
we'll get into that. What?
Why did the Titans get voted the most drunk fan base in the NFL based on blood
Because they
alcohol content
suck.
readings?
Because they are right next to Nashville, and the team wasn't good this year. Let's put the pieces together, Dylan. Puck luck picks.
I think that you want me to be completely honest. Last time I get to the grab it's a must. Speak on the top of my brother's
Hell.
blood. None of these niggas can trust. We cannot question, you know what it was. What was you doing for us? These niggas next, I'm putting in work. Like I speak fluent in Russian. Did you catch that?
Let's get to it.
Ladies
Whoa.
and gentlemen.
Puck luck picks are here, and there's some news. Jesse is no longer in first place anymore in the puck luck picks. It is ya boy, me. Yeah, I'm on top now. I'm leading this bitch.
But he got his first sweep in basketball and lost his spot in hockey. That's hilarious.
Anywho,
You gotta give something up to get what you want.
yeah,
He's
he
the
made-
MLB. He had to give
might-
and take.
He went 3-0 in basketball and went 0-3 in hockey.
Hey, well,
Anyway,
just trying to balance things
Game-
out.
game
Way to go,
number
Jess.
1. We have the Minnesota. This is tonight, 9:30 p.m. Eastern.
Oh shit.
The Minnesota
What's a
Wild
rivalry game?
are headed to Arizona to play The Coyotes.
Oh, geez.
The Wild are
Yeah.
11-12-2 on the road. The Yotes are 15-10-0. Over under 6.5. The last 10, 7-3-0 for the Wild, 2-6-2 for the Yotes. The Yotes currently lead the series 1-0.
Yeah, give me the
Also
Yotes.
mention that the Yotes are on a stinker.
Hey, fuck a
They've lost
stinker.
6 in a row.
Yotes are winning
Yeah.
tonight, Dylan. That doesn't matter. They're winning
Well,
tonight.
if you're 2-6-2 in your last 10, that kind of indicates that you're in a.
I know, but I'm looking at last 6 games, and it says loss. I'm going to take the Wild.
That's wild. Can't
That
lose
is
every
wild. The Wild are mid,
I think you can
and
lose
they're
7
about to,
games.
and the Yotes are about to turn it back around.
Look, man, no one likes playing at the Coyotes home arena, and so you
Nope.
just got to give them another reason not to like playing there, which is
I
also
heard a rumor that all the NHL teams are actually funding that arena when they play there, when they play the opponent.
because of the money that they're giving to the arena when they fill it with fans.
Yeah.
That makes sense. A lot of money for the athletic department. All right, next game.
Game number 2, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. The Colorado Avalanche are headed to Tampa Bay to take on the Lightning. I'm gonna be honest, there wasn't that many great matchups on
This
Thursday.
is a Stanley Cup
And there's
rematch
only-
from 2 years
and
ago.
there's only one game on Friday, so that yeah.
Yikes.
The Avs are 13-12-4 on the road. Tampa is 17-5-3 at home. Over under 6.5. The last 10, the Avs are 5-4-1, 7-3-0 for the Lightning. First, the Avs are up 1-0 in the series on the season.
I think this season series gets split down the middle. Give me the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa Bay Lightning are home. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Give me the Lightning.
I don't know if you can see what that says. 7% of the money is on Tampa Bay.
Oh, looks like I'm taking Tampa
So
Bay.
I will be taking the Lightning.
I might take Tampa Bay on the spread, Luke.
Yeah, 7% of the money
Nah,
is
give me
on
the
Tampa
money
Bay.
line. That's crazy.
Give me the Lightning. That's
Where's the
insane.
hate coming from?
I have no idea.
I mean, if you took a hockey team on the spread, that's fucking insane. And you need to go seek help.
That says money line.
On the spread.
Yeah, it says Colorado 93% of the public bet on the money line. Tampa Bay 7%.
Yeah, give me Tampa.
You also got to think about this isn't happening till tomorrow, so there's still a lot of betting to be placed. But
I understand this, Luke, but your team is very good, and this should too low of odds.
game number 3. It's also happening Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. The Edmonton Oilers are headed to St. Louis to play the Blues. The Oilers are 14-11-0 on the road, and the Blues are 15-9-1. Over under is 6.5. The last 10 for the teams. The Oilers are 8-2-0, and the Blues are 7-3-0. First matchup of the season.
Oilers are the best team in hockey right now, in my opinion. I'm taking the Oilers. At least the hottest.
100%. I mean,
They've won, what,
Eagles-
15 out of the last
Eagles
20 or
against
20 out of the last
David.
25?
I don't think David had
Something like
6 fucking assists last game. So
They
Yeah.
fucked us up last night.
Dylan Larkin comes on the screen. He goes, yeah, we gave him too much time and space. You think? You didn't figure that out like halfway through the fucking game? You waited till 6 assists? Yeah, I'm
To
taking the Oilers
be
too.
fair, what Husso finally returned from injury 2 months ago, and he
Just put him right
rehurt
back on the IR.
the same.
Yeah,
Yep,
let's just
he
get
is
rid of
back on the IR for the same injury, and he had got pulled, and we had to put in a cold Lion. And you know, when you put in cold goalies, they usually doesn't work out in your favor.
Look, I love
No.
my Spartans, but can we just take that Augustine guy and fucking put him in net now?
it.
Can we do
Just
that?
pull him up. Hey, we're
Can he
dragging
do
you out.
both? Can he? Hey, East Lansing and Detroit is not that far of a drive. Can bro do both?
If you want to kiss the Big Ten championship goodbye, then yes.
I'm okay with that. If I have to kiss the Big Ten championship goodbye for the Wings to make the playoffs and be good, I'm perfectly okay with that.
I would be okay with that too. I would trade that. Bigger impact on my life. Luke, who's your pick?
Oh yeah,
I'm
true.
I'm taking the Blues. The Blues have been hot recently. The Oilers just got off their 16-game winning skid. And you know, things might be changed. It was the All-Star break. They had to keep winning, and they couldn't do it.
No, they did.
No, they didn't.
They beat Anaheim.
Well, they had the winning
Vegas.
thing. The winning thing
Oh, I
was
see what
not
you're saying.
skid. They were on a winning streak. You can't.
They
call
have
that a skid.
won
That was a fucking
15
streak.
out of their last.
Then they
20,
lost,
right?
And then they came out and destroyed the Red Wings. So I mean, like they're fucking.
What
they're,
is it?
they're
I
so
gotta.
good. But hockey's hockey.
They lost.
You never
They
know.
lost to the Knights when they first came back from break, and that's what the All-Star break does to teams. It takes teams that are hot. The worst. They would have set that record if they didn't have to go through the All-Star break. I promise you
right.
that. They
You're
lost all
probably right
their
because they would have
momentum.
stayed hot.
You lose all your momentum, and then you got to go play one of the best teams in the league. That's not going to happen.
No, definitely not.
20. I got
They've
it.
won,
They've
what?
won. They've won 20 out of their last 25.
Yeah.
I was
Yes,
getting the stats.
and all but one of those wins, and actually, except for 2 of those games, were before the All-Star break.
And you know why? It's because they actually got some goddamn goaltending. We'll see if it's lasts, and we'll see how long it lasts.
Actually, things changed around after they fired the coach. I don't think their goaltending.
That's
changed,
true, but
to be
yes,
honest.
yeah. Actually, that was the biggest thing. They were in such a shitter spot, and now look at them.
All right, one more segment that I am begging to get through, but the Oilers are becoming a hot topic.
Let's get it.
Valentine's Day means something different to everybody. So this time of year, we're taking some sports and sprinkling it into your Valentine's Day. So everyone take a second here. And actually, Luke talking about Husso reminded me of this, which is why I want to do this. But take a second and think about just in general, the teams you like, sports you like, the players that you are interested in, the players that you're not really interested in. Who in the last year of sports did you fall in love with sports-wise and you're a big fan of now? And who did you break up with? Who do you no longer like? Who are you not a giant fan of anymore? And Luke bringing up Husso, that is the player that I've fallen out of love with. I need you to be available. And if you're not available, you can't ever be my favorite. Husso, I loved you, but in the last year of hockey, I've just lost some of that faith. Right now, we're breaking up. Who do I love in the last year? I was big on J-Mo when we first got him.
Yeah.
But I'm really big on St. Brown now. I love everything this guy does on the field. I love everything he does off the field. I love his podcast. I like the way he interacts with people. I'm falling in love with St. Brown as a person. Like, football is gravy. He's just a great dude. And great dudes are, honestly, they're better than just being good at football. Like, if you're just good at football, but you're an asshole off the field, like, come on, man. But St. Brown would probably be my Valentine this year. Dylan?
100%.
How about you?
My Valentine's going to be Bo Nix. No surprise.
No.
Year ago today,
not even a little bit.
didn't give a fuck about him. Did not give a single fuck. I thought
Talk
he
a lot
was
of
an
shit about him for
Auburn-
a couple of years.
I thought he was an Auburn third-string scrub. An Auburn third-string scrub. I didn't give a fuck about him. He went over to Oregon. He did some things. Off the football field, I don't know shit. Couldn't really care. But on the football field, he turned my head in a 90-degree direction, got me to buy a Bo Nix sweatshirt and ride them just for the rest of the year.
Love it. Oh, he disconnected. Luke, we'll go to you.
Well, you see, no one. All right, the one person I fell out of love with, Israel Adesanya. Love that dude. Loved watching him fight. And then, I don't know, over the past year, he turned into one of the biggest bitches I've ever seen. like, yeah, okay, yeah, it's nice to tune into some of his fights, but like I used to like him as a person too, but then he just keeps acting like a little bitch, and I'm just like, okay, I don't like this. I don't like this guy anymore. Like, suffers one loss, and then he just wants to go on a tangent of being a little bitch. I don't like it.
Who are we talking about? I'm sorry.
Adesanya.
Yes.
Wow.
That's who
Person-
Luke fell out of love with this year.
Yes. I really don't like him anymore. I mean, would it be stupid to bet against him in some of his fights? Probably, but will I do so? Yes. Did I do so when he lost to Strickland? Yes. Anywho, the person who I fell immediately in love with, no one can even come close to this guy.
I already know. We all know, actually.
Yes, you do. Corbin motherfucking Barrel. I love this guy. He came into the Diamondbacks roster. Rookie season. It's like, I'm just going to be a dog from the start. I'm going to be a stud. He's going to, I can hit home runs, but why just do that when I can hit just a normal single to the outfield and get a triple out of it? Because I'm fast as fuck. He's great. Stop dropping your
whole bag again. Keep yourself together, Dylan.
Corbin Barrel.
But that's exactly what I thought you were going to say, Luke. I'm like, if this man doesn't say Corbin Carroll, I'm actually going to be shook. That's all he talked about. As soon as baseball started, like, oh, Corbin Carroll. Oh.
Big facts.
And then he just wouldn't stop being good. Dylan.
That's what got you into the Diamondbacks.
Actually, no, I was in the.
Yeah, I'm breaking up with Deebo Samuel. Fuck him. I'm done with you. You were my favorite. You're one of my favorite receivers in the entire league. Favorite. I kept fucking vouching for you when the other people on this podcast were calling you a running back wide receiver. And you proved them right. Exactly right. And you made me look stupid because year after year after year, I got to defend your memes of you crying after you fucking lost because you balled out. And you did all this and that. And this year, I felt like it was a lot of everyone else doing it, and you just got to be a part of it. And then, literally, he was there for 19, 21, 22, 23. I can't do it anymore, Debo. It's not me. It's you.
Okay, I will say, to be fair, especially for people on this podcast,
No, because I was going to say Adesanya, and I bit my tongue. So I do not want you to defend him.
No. Listen, I don't think anyone ripped him for just being a running back wide receiver on the podcast. We just said, at least me, I said he's a receiver, but he's a multi-threat because he can run the ball. Like, I mean, he's been a stud catching it, and then he's also a stud when he fucking runs it.
Okay, Dylan.
It was this guy.
What?
Yeah.
I totally said that.
It was this guy because it was the same time where I was trying to defend Jimmy G, and you were like, Jimmy G sucks. Debo is a running back. Shut the fuck up. And you're right. Jimmy G, he sucks.
Yep.
Debo is a running back.
Yep. I'm sorry that these things were true 4 years ago and you're figuring it out today, but
yes,
you're welcome.
He teased me and he led me.
It was easier to show you. It was easier to show you that Jimmy G was bad because he got put on a different team that wasn't good. But if you picture this, instead of the Raiders getting Devontae Adams, they got Deebo Samuel instead. Do you think Deebo Samuel is still as highly regarded as he is?
Honestly,
I don't think he is.
I think he is.
All that man
did
this
because
year was come out with a fucking boombox.
Except for a select few games for Devontae Adams where he got fed, he really wasn't. He wasn't getting thrown the ball a lot all year. I mean, Debo, he could have been in the same spot not getting thrown the ball, but they could have been throwing some running plays, some end arounds with him and getting massive yards. He's a dual threat. I don't think it really would have changed. I just think he was one of the bigger stars on the team. Then Ayuk just absolutely just blew up. Then they got McCaffrey. So, like, his dual threat abilities weren't really as needed as before.
It almost seemed as though he wasn't needed. They had the running back. They had the receivers. They didn't need the receiving back.
Well, it's almost like
They just like to have him because Kyle
I'm
Shanahan has
blanking on his name. It's Mike Evans and who? Oh my God, how did I just forget his name on the Bucs?
the other
Godwin?
receiver on the Bucks.
Godwin, yes.
Yeah.
It's like those two. It's like one's gonna go off. They're both really good, but only one's gonna go off.
And Cup.
Yes. But then when Ayuk got to basically Debo's level and possibly a little bit higher, he became like it started going back and forth. So it's like he's not going to be going crazy every game in the passing game, but he could also run. And then they got McCaffrey, the best running back in the league. So now it's like, okay, we don't really need to run you as much as we used to. So it's like he kind of like fizzled out. He got fucked.
That's not even mentioning Brandon Jennings, Trey Palmer, George Kittle, all the other options that are on the use check, all the other options on the field that they're using.
He like him popping out like where you could not look past that team without absolutely him shining. Got fizzled out because how many other stars they loaded up on, and especially get one of the best running back in the league right now.
I agree.
Yeah, pretty much. And MVP, if you ask me.
Yeah, my final thing is I don't want to let this entire podcast go without us saying, George Kittle, you did not just look at all of America to say the next time I get to the Super Bowl, I'm going to get my revenge to have 2 catches for 2 yards. Son of a bitch.
4 yards.
4 yards, my bad. Sorry.
Almost.
That was the
almost
revenge.
a whole hand's worth, Dylan. Almost, but he's
that was
missing
the
a ton.
revenge. I just had to bring that up because if you thought I was going to let that slide.
He was busy making Nickelodeon commercials. You saw him in all those Nickelodeon ads.
I mean,
he was too busy salivating over Larry the Lobster.
He wasn't sure if he was going to get to meet Larry.
Let's see. Does it say in these stats? How many targets he had?
Oh, I think 2.
I was going to say, I thought he was 2 for 2.
I'm pretty sure it was 2 for 2.
Don't blame the man when his only 2 catches came on his only 2 goddamn targets.
Yeah, but look.
No, wait, time out. Dylan, time out. Bro. If you learn anything from what it takes to be a great tight end, you need to look at Travis Kelce, who went over and shoved his head coach and said, "Give me the fucking ball and put me on the field." If you want to be the greatest, you got to go throw your head coach over.
That whole play was different. That was because he was mad that he got taken out because he was going to block the guy that caused the fumble. Yeah. And he was like, I wanted, if I was there, he wouldn't have fucking fumbled.
Why am I? Dude, my shit just like lagged and I just was like behind for like, I was like, the audio was so behind. It was so weird. Anywho, that was weird. But, yeah, I know. I thought that was about him, about them fumbling it and he was mad that he wasn't out there to block.
Because that was his guy that he was supposed to block. So he's like, if I was in there, he wouldn't have fumbled because I would block.
The other tight end that missed his block.
Yeah. Noah Gray.
But still, asking to be out there, give me the ball. These things don't happen. George Kittle did not go up to Shanahan and say, "Give me the ball." I know he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't push his coach over.
Let's not act like. Let's not forget about last year when they lost every quarterback on their roster in one game, the 49ers, and Kittle was like trying to still hype up the boys to still go out there and play to try to win. Okay, I don't see Travis Kelce doing that shit.
Yeah,
I didn't see Kittle do shit.
What happened? They lost.
I didn't see Kittle do anything, actually.
Well, because they know he could throw the ball.
Luke, he was
because they knew he wasn't going to do anything.
Exactly. He was trying to hype the team up because he knew he wasn't going to do shit, so he needed everybody else to do shit.
He's a glorified cheerleader.
He's like, you guys better keep fucking trying or we're going to lose because I can't help you.
The Kittle disrespect for trying to be positive and only doing as much as he could, given the opportunities he could, and with the very few, the disrespect will not be. I won't allow it. This is bullshit.
I love how at the end of the day,
he didn't deserve this.
At the end of the day, at some point throughout the podcast, one of us heavily defended the 49ers. Doesn't matter what it was.
To be fair, I'm defending the players. I'm not defending the team.
This is true.
Kyle Shanahan is a fucking idiot.
He didn't say 49ers slander can't be tolerated. He just said that George Kittle slander will not be tolerated. There's a whole other 51 players on the roster you can slander.
Especially
Kittle.
for
I mean,
shit
he's
that's
Niner
out of
gang
his
all day.
control.
He's gonna do it for the Bay, but they didn't do it for the Bay.
Hmm.
There's some booty cheeks. They lost to the Chiefs, and it's a Super Bowl losing streak. 3 years in a row. In the last 10 years, 3 times you've been to Super Bowl. 3 times you lost.
Man.
That's all it needs to be said. All right.
He's about to
Anyone
refinance that
have anything they
season.
want to add before we wrap this bitch up?
Yeah, I got something I want to add.
What's up?
But not Kittle. Fuck the 49ers, but not Kittle.
Yo, some booty cheeks.
Yo, let's do the Chiefs.
Yo, let's do the Chiefs. Yo, some booty cheeks. Super Bowl losing streak. Yeah, fuck the 49ers. I hate the 49ers. I hate that fucking
Kittle.
Thank you for watching Sharps Network. If you want to follow us on the socials, it's Sharps Network on Instagram, on X, on YouTube, on Twitch, on all the socials. It's Sharps Network. You can find us everywhere. If you want to see us Saturday, that's when you're going to see us next. We'll be there Saturday, all 4 of the boys. We got all the news and all the picks for you, so make sure you be there or be square. Also, shout out to Sharps. Make sure you follow them and download the app over on the App Store. And just remember, the Niners suck. There's some booty Chiefs. The Chiefs are greatness. And if you hate greatness, then you hate sports. Sorry, it is what it is.
Kittle,
Thanks
you're
for watching
great.
the podcast. Thanks for watching the podcast. I'm Billy. We'll see you soon. Peace.